Hi, and welcome to the Dance of Evolving. I am very excited about today's topic because we're going to follow up on how to manifest your next chapter of your life and how to really follow through with your soul's dreams. And on top of that, we are going to actually utilize an action plan and thinking ahead how to smooth out this action plan and really think about all the tools that we already have within us to follow through with this. So let's get started. And if you haven't subscribed yet, and if you're liking this content, go ahead and click the like button, the thumbs up button, and the bell for notifications. But before we start, one of the things is just finding joy each day and being able to laugh. And well, my dogs help me do that. So I found out that they like wheatgrass. This is literally random. It has nothing to do with what we're doing today. You've got to watch this. Okay. Stan. Stan, do you want any wheatgrass? Oh, he eats it like spaghetti. I mean, there you go. I mean, he'll be going for a while. I mean, how about that? A pug who loves wheatgrass. I think my mini Aussie will also like it, so let's give it a try. Oh, he's already munching. I mean, look at him. Hey, Wizzy, you want some wheatgrass? I mean, look at that. Eats it like corn on the cob. All right, anyway, so that's my little joy bit for today. He doesn't even know he has this thing. Okay, all right, I will get back on track. Okay. During the last video, we had talked about how the next chapter of your life can truly become a reality and your dreams can become real. And our first call to action is to actually have clarity of our dreams. So to frame them and write them down. I shared with you my dreams written down, and I can show you one more time during this video. But once you actually have them written down, then you have that clarity. You can think, well, what's working? What is getting in my way? What's not working? And so then you can start to release actually and heal what isn't working, what could keep you from getting in, from manifesting your dreams. That is what I had an action plan for today that I would like to show you. And then number 3 is, as we continue the dance of releasing and surrendering, that brings us to not just, hope and not just have faith, but to know that the universe, that the divine has our back. So we don't have to sit there and worry and have anxiety, but we can still be in that state of flow and ready to align with exactly what part of the manifestation process we need to be in each day. And then that leads us to our 4th one, and that is to have the patience in the process and to be able to wait and know that our divine timing is not always what our mind thinks at times. Just remind you that our dreams really are connected to our soul, and they plant a beacon for us that, it will mechanically pull us toward and through our fear. Every time that we go through something with our fear, we become stronger and stronger and stronger. And so it is such a powerful thing. And so what I really want to focus on today is with that manifesting, how I said it's the bridge between our dreams and our reality. We want to rehearse in our mind's eye the steps. And these could be the steps that we think might be easy. And also, there he still has a piece in his mouth. Oh my goodness. All right. So we want to rehearse in our mind's eye what this will look like from day to day, because I've sat here and I've had dreams for a while, but I don't really know how to act it out. And so today I really thought about this, and it was actually really fun. I liked it. So I want to share that with you. And this smooths out the resistance, and you know that then you're already equipped for what you need. Oh yes, Stan, look at you back there. So I was thinking about the subconscious and how our subconscious is a million times like stronger than our conscious. So we can sit and think about that as like, well, let's program this. We can program this like almost like it's like our most capable employee. And we have access to this, like it's almost like our mind is our most capable employee, and knowing that our subconscious controls so much that we don't realize unless we do this inner work. So there's wisdom in the resistance. So we can think about ahead of time, okay, well, what do we notice that we resist to? I'm sorry. and and then have curiosity and compassion with ourselves when we see this resistance, and almost like interviewing our subconscious. I love that thought, and I did it today. It's kind of hard, but also powerful, and like I dealt with some stuff, guys. And so like an example could be, let's say you're afraid of success, or you feel that can't be successful with money. Any disbelief, like interview your subconscious when you find the root of the problem, and make a promise then to work it out, not to work against it. Like honor these feelings, and follow through with what you want in your life by working it out. So I want to go ahead and show you an example of what I've done. So we'll take a look at our star of the show over here. He left a lot behind, and Wizard has actually finished. So okay, here we go. I'm gonna move this over here. The teacher in me still uses whiteboards, guys. So, oh, it's so beautiful. Let me show you look at that. I mean, what? Okay. All right. I wrote my dreams, my soul's dreams, on the side, but and some of them are basic ones that have to do with my character, and then some are very specific, like creating an online community, writing and publishing a book. But then a lot of it, you might not even have the same kind of dreams, and that's fine. But I know that the way I am inwardly, if I can get those dreams figured out, then I can move towards some other dreams too. One of my like smaller dreams that I didn't write up there is I started shuffling, dancing, and I want to continue to learn more steps because it brings me a lot of joy. But I've incorporated that in my action plan. And I did write a lurking goal that I will have later, just so I don't forget. And I don't think I'll forget. For example, that I put up here, lurking dream for future. I want to buy a mixer in the future. I don't mean like a mixer for the kitchen. I mean like a mixer to learn like music, like DJ. It's just something that I feel like is already in my heart and soul. So that is a lurking dream that I will see around the corner, But anyway, the rest of this is an action plan for how I plan to actually follow through with my soul's dreams. I started to plan meetings with myself, and that helped me today because to actually stop and interview your subconscious, to have a meeting with yourself, to think about, really check in with yourself. I wrote down the questions that I asked myself today. So, well, one of the first things, the wheatgrass with the dog brought me some joy. So what will bring me pure joy today? Dancing does, walks with the dogs, getting out in nature. We will all have different things, but to feel that pure joy each day is so important. And then these are some other things I ask myself as I have a meeting with myself. Is this important for our dreams? Yeah, I think it is, because this is your inner work. I ask myself, well, what is in my control today to work towards my dreams? So I start to think about, what do I want to accomplish today? Is this in my control? Is this something that I should be focusing on? And then my second one, what's holding me back from feeling my strongest self? So this is where I talked about, try to think about your projected steps and what kind of complications do you find yourself kind of coming up against, and then work through them. Almost see that as like, okay, well, let's work through this instead of working against it, instead of resisting it. Find the root of it, and almost surrendering to that emotion or whatever's keeping you, or that disbelief, and getting through it, and replacing it obviously with one that is true to your soul's signature and desire. And then another is, well, how about that? What can I surrender to today that will provide me more strength? And I already said that because that's exactly what I did. And I've surrendered to a few things today. And every time I'm like working through and almost getting to the root of a few things that I haven't been able to just yet, but it's a process. Number 4, I ask myself, how can my soul add value and strength to someone else or to the world in general? I think that part of being your own foundation, with your faith and within yourself, and not being reliant on external things, is knowing your soul's value. And one way you know your soul's value is you add value. So that's something that I want to ask myself each day. Then the rest, after meeting myself, I'm pretty much have a meeting with life in the moment, with my presence and my purpose. So who knows what I'm going to meet with the rest of life. And so this is where I started to think, well, day by day, how can I accomplish my dreams when I'm meeting life in the moment with my presence, how I offer my presence, and then the purpose that I carry. So I talked about a healthy state of being. So I kind of put them in categories. There's no right or wrong. I looked at all of my dreams and I thought, well, how can I categorize these? These are actual action steps. So my being in a healthy state of being depends on, I mean, my physical, my mental, my spiritual, and the way that I interact with people. So I actually have written out schedules on how I, plan out my meals, and I can't get obsessive with this, but just like practical ways to eat super healthy that I know I will continue to have energy. I went back to dancing and actually looked up my online shuffling schedule with Elena Cruz. She's like amazing, and so I'm going to continue to follow her online dance challenges at least twice a week, and then just freestyle dance the rest of the time. And I know I'm getting specific, but specificity is being very specific. I hope I even said that word right, is very important. And then of course, I wore my ankle weights today, and I carried a 3-pound weight when I was walking the dogs. And then I wrote tea because I really need to drink water, and I I need to drink the right amount of water each day. And so I made a certain amount of tea that doesn't have any sugar or caffeine, and I just fill up that a certain amount and drink it each day. And then making sure I stretch. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how much that affects me. And then meditation. And so that had to do with my healthy state of being, growing and giving, really just having the mindset of staying open to learning something new each day, like to learning new content, and then being led by the spirit to what new content should I be learning, and then being able to journal and what inspires me and what's worked out in my life. So, and how can I share this message? Being able to continue to evolve no matter what, because when you stop growing, that's no good. So being able to evolve, and what I mean is like also being able to stay vulnerable and open. And so staying open to new experiences and people, but also to practice that appreciation of anyone you meet or an experience that you're experiencing without that attachment. So knowing that everything changes and everything can be appreciated, but not forming that attachment, but appreciating it in its fullest at that moment. And then authenticity, because that is something that is so important to me. I want to make sure each day I'm staying in line with my core value and my soul's calling solely by, and I wrote this because every decision I make right now needs to only be out of strength and love. So if I catch myself making a decision out of guilt or fear or worry, gotta stop. And I can't make that decision yet. It has to only be out of strength and honesty and love. And then down at the bottom here, these are all like real action things, like sharing. It's what I'm doing right now. I want to continue to upload videos every Tuesday and Thursday on YouTube to encourage others. It's something that I feel called to do at the moment, and it feels good doing it. And I want to be authentic doing it as well. And then coaching, I'm finding so many things that also apply to our youth, and I coach our youth each week. And so I just had some insight today to build the findings that I'm having into coaching sessions with my students, and to build some cool summer programs that can build confidence, or even help students read while using some of these strategies that help with character as well. So I was glad to come up with that today. And then also utilizing an online platform that I've actually already paid for to build a course to encourage others. And then as I'm called each week, I don't want it to feel like something I have to do. And so that's important too. Don't overload yourself with all of your dreams, because if it starts to feel like an obligation, then you want things to flow. You want to be in that state of flow. So as I'm called each week, I'm going to add a chapter to a book that has been planted in my heart. So even as I'm journaling, that's part of me tracking things for my book. So I hope this was helpful. I know that was very detailed. Goodbye to our furry friends here one last time. And I encourage you as well to just, if you haven't framed your dreams yet and how you want the next chapter of your life to look, go ahead and first picture it in your mind. Start to write out what you feel your dreams might be, and really how you envision this just next level in your life, and think about what your soul's calling is. And then start to, once you really have clarity of that, remember the rest of the steps that we talked about. Like, don't forget to really start to, have that faith and know that the universe has your back. And then also being able to really think about what your steps would look like, what we did today. And hopefully mine can be an example for you to follow. It really gave me clarity today, and it made me feel confident and know that I could do it. And I started with these steps today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope this was helpful. You learned an awful lot about me, but hopefully you can use it as an example when you are also manifesting your dreams. I will keep you posted on how all of this is doing as we are continuing our journey. If you haven't yet to subscribe, if you liked this content today, and you would like to be notified when I add new content, I'm going to like the video and hit the bell for notifications. And I will see you again next Tuesday. And let's not forget to magnify joy and grow and give. All right, peace.
Damn. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.